Hi, I'm Mike Shrack from Harvestland Co-op.
I'm Drake Copeland, a Tech Service Manager with FMC.
We're here today at the answer plot to discuss fall herbicide applications, otherwise known as fall burn downs. And Drake, I've been a believer in fall burn downs for years, and I've encouraged a lot of my customers to consider it. And in those conversations, I've often been asked two questions, which I'm going to ask you and see how you feel about this. The first question is, does a fall burn down guarantee that I will not have to have a spring burn down? And secondly, am I doing any more agronomically? Are there any more agronomic benefits than just transferring the workload from spring to fall?
Yeah, so I'll answer your second question first. On the logistics of a fall burn down, absolutely. If people have seen it, it pretty much sells itself. It's so much easier. You know, we talk about moving workload from the spring to the fall, but it's more about I'm taking care of winter annuals in the fall when they're at the most susceptible time in their life cycle. I'm doing that then. And what does that do for me? That means I can get in the field sooner because I don't have the residue on the soil surface, and I can dry out quicker. So I can actually get in the field quicker if conditions are better. And then there's also pests like black cutworm moth that lay eggs in winter annuals that can, as we know, this year we had a bad run with cutworm moths that can cause issues with the emerging crop that we plant in that season. And as well as armyworms. If there's grass-like species out there, armyworm moths love to lay eggs in those grasses, which will in return have larvae coming up and chewing on that crop that emerges. But when we talk about replacing a spring residual, we really got to get back and think about what's our driver weed. You know, when we're spraying a fall burn down application, our driver weed in this neck of the woods are winter annuals, and more specifically marestail. That's when we can kill those weeds that are actually in the rosette stage, except, you know, the alternative would be when they bolt in the spring, and those are usually the weeds we have a lot of trouble controlling. And oftentimes we're spraying not once but maybe twice, especially if we're in a no-till situation. But no, putting that fall burn down is absolutely not going to be a replacement for the spring, especially nowadays. Water hemp starts emerging around the end of May. We're putting a residual out in the fall, or even a fall burn down that doesn't have residual. There's no way we can expect control of water hemp in the spring. So continue to think about your driver weeds and always include a residual in your spring burn down or at plant application.
Thank you. And if you have any more questions, see your local YieldPro Specialist.